Test, right? My name is Rudy Whelan. I'm a member of Democratic Socialists of Providence. I'm here today as a voice for the voiceless, the women who can't testify because they're dead. I'd like to give the testimony of my grandmother, I call her Nona, and her friend, two women who lived before the passing of Roe v. Wade. My Nona, Jane, has been a nurse in Rhode Island for many years. She assisted in the births of many children in Rhode Island during her time as a nurse, including my own, and currently works doing home care with terminally ill children. The right to access a safe and legal abortion is very important to her, as she remembers what it was like before Roe v. Wade. It was like a constant hammer over your head that you might get pregnant, is how she describes it. When she was in college, she got pregnant and did what many did in those days, gave birth and gave the baby up for adoption. Not because she wanted to, but because our laws made her choose between that child and her future. She doesn't know what happened to that child, how she grew up, or if she grew up, if she felt personally responsible for her own mother not wanting her. Nona also had a friend in college who got pregnant and chose the other option women had in that time, risk death and try to get an abortion. Nona tried to talk to her into giving up the baby like she did, but she couldn't bear to bring a child into a world that she knew would likely not receive the love and care that every child deserves. Her last words to Nona were, "Jane, I don't think you'll ever hear from me again alive." And she never did. She died from a botched abortion because it was illegal for her to get a safe one. It destroyed her family. Her mother, who found the abortionist, irrevocably altered by guilt and sorrow, unable to clean up the blood-stained sheets where her daughter spent the last agonizing hours of her life, unable to carry on without her child. She is one of many mutilated children, torn from their families by lack of access to safe abortion. That is the reality Roe v. Wade protects us from. It is about whether the life of an unborn child matters more than the life of a family. Not if a bundle of cells constitutes a life, but whether it's more valued under the law than the person that it lives in. Whether people with uteruses get to decide what happens in them, or if lawmakers and religious extremists do. Every person has the right to life, but no one has the right to use another human being to sustain their life without their consent. To me, the choice is clear, but I don't have the authority to keep abortion safe and accessible in Rhode Island. So I, along with many other people living and dead, hope you'll make the right decision here. Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy.